Hello and welcome, everyone. Welcome, Wayward Gamers, to the Emporium. And of course, we start off awesomely. Hello, everyone. I am Jay, also known as Neopet3 on the socials. I am your GM, your host for this wonderful Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. Shadowport Adventures one-shot special. Thank you for joining us. We are so happy and so glad that you can join us and watch us here now or in the future in the VODs. Again, before we jump in, we've got to introduce these wonderful and talented individuals that are sitting around this virtual table with me. So we're going to start off with, oh, how are you? Who are you and who are you playing?
Hey, how's it going? Hi, everyone. Nice to see you all. It's my first May the 4th game ever and my first time playing the Star Wars tabletop RPG. So I am so hyped. Let's get it. First and foremost, hi, everyone. I miss you all. My name is Avril Illijay. I'm going to be playing a Twi'lek smuggler charmer, Sari Doan. Very, very charming individual. I am a gameplay producer. So basically, if you see any video game stuff, I work in the video game industry. You'll see my stuff everywhere. Too much shit. Ooh, apologize there. I'm sorry, Jay. Oh, snap.
This
But
is
anyway,
PG
that's me.
14, 15, 16, so we've got a few in there, so don't worry about it. Thank you for
Okay, good,
joining
because
us.
it's probably going to keep going.
Well, I'm
Okay,
so
I'm happy to be
happy.
here, y'all.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Chris, thank you for joining us so early in the morning.
It's late somewhere. And welcome from Australia, everyone. I am Chris. I am going to be playing Ben Shi, who is a gunfighter slash art dealer aficionado. He's still getting over the trauma of traveling with his colleague Riff, who jumped into Lightspeed just to get somewhere quick to pick up pizza as far as we can work out.
Eastbound and down, loaded up
There's
and trucking.
yeah. And the emotional impact of listening to Riff's life story and love traumas throughout. He's a blue Rodan who likes to shoot things, but at the moment really has taken up art as a fine bit and has helped one of his colleagues, deal with digit problems. Back to you, Jay.
Well, thank you so much for that. And it's great to have you. Thank you again. Next, Mr. Riff, Mr. Todd Stashwick himself, Mr. Star Wars
One of 'em.
entrepreneur.
Hello, friends. My name is Todd Stashwick. I'm an actor and a writer living in Los Angeles, California. Let's see. Currently, I play Captain Liam Shaw on Star Trek Picard Season 3. And then as a writer, I'm currently writing on a Skydance New Media Captain America Black Panther video game for Marvel. So I'm doing that, and then I'm doing this, and a little bit of that. I have a little nerdy merch site called The Nerd Circus. But right now, playing Riff Vanguard. Riff Vanguard is a smuggler. He's a scoundrel. He's a ne'er-do-well. Think of him as the Bandit from Smokey and the Bandit, but in Spain.
Hey.
That is I. And I've had my stories to tell. And yes, did I decide to light skip on a Terran level? Sure. Did it close the gap? Yes. Did we win the day? Absolutely.
Yes, and thank you, Todd, for returning to my May the 4th game. So this is your second appearance in a game of
Do I
such
get a
nature.
coat? Do I get a jacket?
We're working on that. You have to get 5, then you get your jacket.
Oh,
Gotta have 5.
Thank you, Todd, for
put that on
joining
my
us.
punch card.
Yes,
Tell me.
definitely. Thank you again for joining us. I appreciate you so much, my friend. Ron, welcome.
Hey,
Thank
that's
you for
me.
joining us. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing very well. Hi, everyone. My name's Ron Ogden. Today I'll be playing the droid Omega 77. He's a protocol droid, but also very skilled in blaster and rifle alteration. He's got an interesting little voice that we will preview here in a second. But I am the DM for the dungeon run.
Woo!
You can find us on Wednesday nights at 6 p.m. here on twitch.tv. We just last night restarted our season 2. You guys should come check it out. I'm also a writer, and I have a small nerd store myself on Etsy where I print and paint miniatures of a variety of types for you. The big thing I'm doing, though, is starting tomorrow, I am raising funds for the Lupus Foundation of America. My mother has lupus, and she has since I was a kid. And I am trying to raise money for them for research, lupus research. If you're not familiar, lupus, the way I describe it is it's basically the opposite of HIV and AIDS, where instead of slowing your immune system down, it speeds it up so your immune system attacks healthy tissues. So it can be very, very painful, and 90% of the people that have lupus are women, and it disproportionately affects those who are minority groups, including Asian Americans, Native Americans, Alaskan Americans, individuals of all types. So it's a great cause. Please come check me out this weekend. I'll be streaming, painting, playing some crowd control where you can sort of cause chaos on my games, and we'll have a great time. So that's what I've got.
Also, thank you so much, Ron, for joining. We appreciate you so much for being able to. And yes, check him out this weekend and the Dungeon Run coming forth. Last but never least, Joshua, sir, how are you doing?
I am doing fantastic. I don't know how I'm so lucky and great. I'm so lucky and grateful to be here with such amazing people. Always happy to run game. Always happy to be in games with you, Jay. So I'm Joshua, also known as Gen 2 Penguin. I am typically a horror game streamer over on whatever that thing that is that I do. I also run little local conventions that nobody's ever heard of unless you're in Arkansas. But otherwise, I play games whenever people invite me to play games, and that's what I do. I am playing the part, though, more importantly, of Grashjon, who is a Trendleshun, who is built like a refrigerator, and he is the heavy of the group. He also happens to be missing a digit or two off of his left hand for some reason. But he seems very proud of the fact that he's working with some very skilled people on the team. So
Awesome. Thank you so much. Again, everyone, I am NeoFit3 on the socials, also known as Jay, whichever way you want to do it. I am here in the Important for the Wayward Gamer. Thank you for joining us. We have many games here, which you will hear a lot later on in our stream. We can talk all about that, but let's dive into this game and celebrate our love of Star Wars. We are going to pick up in Ord Mantell about 1 to 2 years after the first destruction of Death Star. So we're about 1 to 2 ABY. Our wonderful crew of financed gurus of smuggling and just exporting in space, their ship is in a hangar bay in Ord Mantell, and we pick up in a cantina. Because why? Because you always pick up in a cantina. On Ord Mantell, and they just got done with a lucrative business. They've got paid. They got done with the job. They're sitting around, reminiscing, relaxing, and waiting for their next contact. Their next contact is going to be escorted by the Legend of Roy. Roy is another counterpart of this group, but he's off doing some other things, and well, he's going to escort the informant for the next job, but that's going to be in about an hour or two. While they're waiting for that, sitting in a nice cantina, a very large cantina with many different outlets and alcoves where to sit. And there's definitely some high tops. There's a wide range of individuals in this. It's relatively packed, mainly scoundrels and smugglers, some pilots, maybe a bounty hunter, probably not so much, but they're just, just the ones that enjoy having a drink in this nice cantina. It's relatively large. And as I switch over our wonderful Roll20, our wonderful players will be able to see the cantina and where they're sitting in a nice corner away from the action. There's droid waiters and waitresses. There's everything. There's not too far away there, it looks like a gang of thugs sitting and having their own drink. there's a large group of individuals all throughout this cantina. Got your main center aisle where the bar tap is, or the main bar, and it's full with individuals all around. And the interesting thing again, there's a Biff band playing in kind of in a corner on stage. They're playing a little techno, but a little kind of sultry music, and then kind of mix it up at different times. There is one human with them trying to keep playing as much as you can, uh, but it's for the most part. And that is where the camera opens up as it pans through this wonderful cantina as everyone's having fun, drinking. It's midday, later in the afternoon. You've been here for about an hour so far. Proof, what are you doing as you're sitting around, relaxing after a job well done?
So, what you see in my side of life, I'm basically just leaning off on the side, arm casually resting on the booth, playing with a little bit of credits between my fingers, like kind of like my new Twitch toy. Um, but what I'm gonna describe myself real quick, just to make sure
Mhm.
all of the vibes are there, so you can all imagine it with your beautiful brains as well at home. So what you see is a teal blue Twi'lek, average height, very much like her her Liku is kind of like has a print of like what a water reflection would look like, a transparent water like reflection, like ooh, mermaid vibes, but not really. So so she's very much wearing a high Mandarin collar, like jacket, very much open, low plunge V-neck, but also like a midriff because Twi'lek's bloodstream run a little hot. Um, and she's wearing very much like leather belts just kind of like around her waist, and just kind of like playing around with her drink, looking around at her friends. So what are we going to do? We've always just been being seen here drinking. Like, should we just go off and play some games? Maybe make these a little bit of coin like a bit bigger. Should we go and play some sabak? Maybe check out some pod racers, chance cubes, pazak. I stare at each and every one of you.
You
Ben's
are
kind of
you're muted.
So
Oh,
Ben's sitting
still
there.
muted.
He's got a kind of a piece of artwork, and he's just spent a large amount of credits on it. It's quite clear Ben has no idea what the artwork is or which way it should actually be. So he occasionally just turns it, looks at it, and then writes in a diary, and then nods every once in a while. He's trying to not to make eye contact with Grishlik at this point in time, just due to the last bet that seemed to went slightly awry. But he looks at Omega 77 and kind of slides it across, and then gives you the "What do you think?" look.
It looks like a piece of art. Did you steal this?
Slide over the receipt as well, hiding the number.
I see. Well, I think you could probably sell this somewhere here for quite a bit of money. And credits.
I was thinking about mounting it in the spaceship somewhere, and I'm not quite sure where. Riff, where do you think this would go?
You sort of nudge him out of his stupor. He's coming down off an adrenaline high, and he doesn't like it much. He's been building a house of cards out of his sabak deck, and when you talk to him, he kind of bumps it, and the cards collapse. He's like, "I'm sorry, what?"
Oh là là.
My new collective piece. Where does this go on the ship?
It doesn't go on my ship.
I told you. I warned you. You did not listen to me.
Yeah, you can put that somewhere else, but I think you're actually holding it up. So I'm scanning across the room. I'm looking for some kind of activity. He's already getting bored, being the adrenaline junkie. He's already getting bored with having to wait for their next meet and greet, and itching to almost start some trouble. And Greshak, Greshk, he sort of sees that look in my eye as I'm standing around, maybe thinking I want to start a fight.
Yeah, Gresh scans the room and is looking and sees the look in Riff. He says, "If you start trouble, make sure it's with the biggest person here. Nothing boring."
But if you start trouble, maybe we can place a few bets, huh? Make this coin a little bit bigger.
Trouble would not be advisable. We are waiting for the next job.
I mean, while we're waiting, though, we got to maximize our time while we can, yeah?
Drawing eyes before a job might get us into some trouble, like the last.
Increase the popularity of our new troop, huh?
Love the way you think. So I'm looking around.
I'm considering that.
Captain.
Who is the biggest one in the room?
Why don't we make the first roll of the game? I need everyone to give me a perception check. So, players, please go to your character sheet. Go to the skills tab, and in the skills tab, you're going to see down the wonderful list. You're going to see the your perception skill. Over to the right, there's going to be that little dice. And guess what? The famous words to make sure that you are ready, the dice pool is set. Go ahead and click on that skill and let's see what we've got.
Okay, click it.
I'm trying to find my skills tab.
It's right below your there's going to be
attributes and abilities.
Yep, further down, so a destiny pool, and then below you're going to see your there's going to be wounds, stress, or some
Found
strain.
it.
There you go.
And what am I rolling? Perception.
Perception. So it was a hard perception. So Omega, you rolled twice, but that's okay. Shin,
I apologize.
no, that's okay because we're going to take your first one because your second one was a little bit more entertaining. I
love that. Take the second one.
But Rift is definitely going to.
There's no T.
Rift. Sorry, Rift. I keep calling him Rift, don't I?
Yeah, you do.
All right, Rift. Rift rolled a despair.
Words.
For those that don't know, despairs are your critical failures. But in this case, it's the GM's wonderful tool belt of storytelling.
There you go.
But Griff,
Yeah.
you rolled successes. So as you were looking around, and as Riff was looking around too, Griff, you see a green astromech kind of go towards the door as you were kind of looking around, going towards one of the doors. It stopped for a quick second as it seemed to have looked at you and kept on going, and as it goes out. And as you're looking around, it's something unusual or interesting at that time. It just kind of took notice. But then as you look at Riff, you're looking around, and just as you were looking around for the biggest person in the cantina, a female, a Traguta female with bluish green colored skin, dressed in kind of some armor, very form-fitting armor. I would say like it's not Mandalorian armor, but it's very form-fitting as if it was looking like she's got blasters on her hips, blasters on her. She's got two sets of blasters, one on her hips and one on her under her arms. Then as you kind of looking up, you're going to notice that you've heard tales of a gunslinger, a Traguta gunslinger with multiple blasters on, but you're not sure if this is the right one. But Griff, as you look up, she approaches your table and she sets a bottle of Carillion whiskey and 4 glasses and smiles and goes, "Hello, how are you? Name's Jessica. You look like you're all would enjoy another drink."
He's already uncorked it and he's pouring it.
What are you charging for this?
no charge at all. Just you looked so thirsty, and I wanted to introduce myself.
Looks so thirsty.
Yeah.
Seems like that's the other way around.
And I, like I said, and who are you all? You look fun to be hanging around. You had that eye, a twinkle of adventure.
All right. There's no such thing as a free drink. So why don't we cut to the chase?
Well, should we at least toast then?
Oh, he's already drank.
I'm also already like drinking.
Yeah.
And she's pouring another one. And
Yeah.
as for whatever reason, because she's suddenly just kind of, and all of a sudden she pulls out another bottle and from her back and sticks it on the table.
Yo, she's
You have
nuts.
done
Tell me
okay.
that.
While my wits are still about me, we've already broken the ice here.
And she takes a
toasted,
drink and
yeah.
goes to adventure, to good luck, to fun.
You're dressed too. You're armored up too much to make this about light pleasantries. How can we help you? Ideally, line our pockets.
And she slams it. Then you're pretty sure she's a bounty hunter. She looks like a bounty hunter, and
Yeah.
you're very, very, very pretty sure she's one. And she's kind of smiles. She pulls up a chair and just kind of sits down and puts her kind of legs up a little bit. And she's like, "Well, I'm just a humble person enjoying the time in the bar, looking for more people to entertain. Don't worry, I'm not here to cause any trouble or make you worried or anything like that."
Yeah.
That's what a
A
troublemaker
lot
would
more than
say.
that to make
I
it
just
worry.
laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Knowing
mean-
what Riff gets up to, Ben has got a glass there. His other hand's kind of dropped there, and there's the very, very gentle sound of an unclicking of a safety catch, because this is just going to go wrong in every single way possible. It's like, and he's leaning back and just kind of angling so he's facing towards the rest of the bar and taking any protection cover.
Yeah.
Riff's going to do something dumb.
I'm starting to think about where I might be wanted.
And you're realizing that there was a job that you took away from the Imperials, that
Yeah.
there seemed to have been a wanted poster for an Imperials a little while back. It was only
Of
for like
me?
a
Like the Imperials wanted me.
yeah, because you invaded an Imperial detention center
Well,
last
yeah.
year and
Sure.
got what's the prison breaked an entire
Okay.
detention center, and
Yeah.
was
We
We
followed
were
by an
holding up as
individual.
hostage.
We were liberators.
Indeed.
Hence, check out last year's May the 4th game.
Yeah. So while this is going on, I do we have a bit of a thieves' cant
Mhm.
between myself and Ben and Siri.
Yeah.
Siri.
Yeah,
She,
with your
and-
mother
and-
tongue is totally fine.
And I sort of do this thing with my eyebrows where I'm signaling the two of them to triangulate. And
Okay.
I kind of slide a glass over. I pour another glass of whiskey and I slide it over so that we can flank.
Mhm.
Boom, boom, boom. I'm sort of laying out the game plan of how we're going to surround this person, but I'm using the glasses on the table to do it.
Oh yeah,
I'll start to edge over and like
Yes.
catch it and like
Yes,
swirl.
and
Like
So it's all
look-
looking real natural, like I'm just passing out
Oh, yeah.
clues. But what I'm doing is I'm setting up our game pieces
Yep.
on the map.
and so
Have you seen this piece of art?
he has a piece of art. Now
But-
at this time too, Gurish, what are you doing as you're sitting there, getting the pieces as well, getting in position, so to speak?
Yeah, so
he knows.
Gresh starts to get into position, recognizing the maneuvers, like physically being the largest one.
Yeah.
He starts to maneuver around, and specifically to make sure that he can cover Riff as much as possible. He also does not drink aside from a sip at the toast, and otherwise he just leaves the glass there. And when Riff slides a new glass over to him, he will move to that glass for positioning.
And just to clarify for you, Jade,
Yep.
Omega is absolutely trying to distract this
Oh,
person.
I
Very
fully
aware.
enter. And she kind of she's kind of smiling. She kind of looks over to her. I'm like, he has an I'm so impressed. And all this, you get the sense that she gets a smile on her face, as if she completely reads what you're doing. And she's like, oh, don't worry. Your bounties aren't high enough. But I'm not, but I should share. I'm not here for you. No. I just want to entertain. But I believe there is a group on their way for you. They're looking for you, and we just come over and give you the heads up so that you.
Out of the kindness of your Gruta heart,
Of course,
you decided
because
to share with us. You don't want anything out of this, of course.
no, well, when your bounty gets high enough, I might be calling your names. But until then,
So what drove you over here to warn us?
oh, it would just be so heartbreaking if you were caught so soon.
Why?
Call it sport, I guess.
We're
Can I
not.
tell if she's lying or something? Like,
Yeah. Give me a perception check, but let me make sure that I've got the dice pool set for you.
please treat me well, dice, digital
I
dice.
am giving you. It's just going to be an average check, so it's only going to be two purple dice on this. The dice pool is set, so go ahead, give me that perception check, please.
All right, I'm gonna do it. I'm doing it right now, Jay.
Go for it.
I did.
Jay, I also
Yep.
searching memory banks. Have I seen a poster or wanted for this person?
For Riff or for the
No.
the bounty hunter?
Or Drexia?
Yeah, Jessica. No, she does not have a wanted poster on it at all. But
I've never seen any kind of indication of that or in any of the communications that are sent through.
But you do get a very strong vibe that there's an emblem on one of her shoulders that is a bounty hunter. She's part of a bounty hunter guild, an all-female bounty hunter guild.
What's their name?
Of course you were going to ask me that, and the GM does not has notes. It's the Fenmitals.
Fenmitals.
Yep. Three. So you success and an advantage. That's two successes and an advantage on your roll. So as you're looking at her, so you wanted to know what again?
If she's telling the truth, like
She's telling the truth.
what she's saying
100%.
Ooh.
She is basically, she is a bounty hunter. When you get the sense she is a bounty hunter, your bounties aren't very high, but she's hoping it gets high enough that she could claim it one day. But right now, it's just not. So she might be trying to make sure that you maybe start something or get your bounties get higher up so that she can come calling on your name. But until then, she's being a fine service because it's almost as if she wants the bounty on all of you and she doesn't want anyone else to have it, but it's not high enough for her time. So she's trying to make sure that no one else.
This ulterior motive here.
Yes.
Captain, she is part of the Femme Fatales. They are looking to get high bounties. They make targets and decide at a certain moment when the bounty is high enough, they will come a calling.
Hey, you're the smart one. Jessica's like, you're the smart one. And then suddenly she turns over to Ven. Ven, I hear you're a marksman.
One question. What do you think of this?
Ooh. That is an
It's
interesting
It's the wrong way around
possibility.
again.
And as she's looking at that, you see her grab something out of her back pocket and throw it out into the air towards the center of the ceiling, towards the ceiling of the main, and she's looking directly at you, Ven, and you get this duel who can shoot it first type 5.
Pick Omega 77 because he's really good at this too, and then just draw and shoot
Okay.
because we're in this
Still
type of
doesn't
bar.
like a 77.
Yeah.
All right. So I am going to go. It's going to be short range. It's going to be highly difficult because of your
I
the size
laugh at
where we're at.
difficulty.
We're giving you some setbacks. It's going to be 1 red, 2 because it's short range. It's going to be 1 red, 2 black setback dice. But you do get your. I'm giving you a boost because of your quick draw and marksmanship.
Sure.
So go ahead, and the dice pool is set. Let me know. Go for it.
What would you like?
So go to your combat tab and go to your
Combat
weapons.
tab.
Go to your weapons, and it's gonna be the first one. I believe it's gonna say solo. It's gonna your blaster, and it should not say dual wielding. It should just say your regular.
Sure. Okay.
And then there's gonna dice right in between the critical and the encumbrance, and there's a little dice right there. So the dice pool set. So go ahead and hit that. Okay. Oh, and Omega, you did the same. So, oh, this is nice. So that's 4 successes and 5 advantages for Ben. Omega, you got 2 successes.
Jesus.
So describe for me who shot first. Because I believe Ben does have quick draw, but Omega does not. So Ben got the shot off and you pierced it. But Omega, as it was piercing, you second shot it, correct?
Yeah.
So the way this plays out, Sven is kind of off glances at the pitcher, goes like that, and then just shoots through the table because this is a cantina, and skewers it towards us. So I want to bring it back into the room towards us.
Okay.
And have it spinning back. So I want it coming towards the table, because if we're going to cause chaos, let's do it at our table.
Okay. And then
Omega shoots it again as it comes towards the table.
Ping, 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 and it just kind of ricochets from the shot.
Jay,
yes.
Think of this as Pong.
Yes.
We're playing a very expensive version of Pong in the bar.
Yes. And
ooh, if it's flying toward us, can I try to catch it in my glass?
Sure.
I'm probably gonna be real crap at it, but hey.
Would you like an athletics or coordination roll for this?
I would like to charm it my way. No, I'm playing.
Unfortunately,
what am I amazing at? Please.
that is one of your good skills. Unfortunately, charming it into a glass is not an appropriate skill that I can think of at this time, because it's
definitely something that I'm pretty good at. Okay, so I'm going to. Would that also be a version of cool or no?
Yeah. That would be sure. Let's use cool.
Let's go.
I'm gonna make it an average check, so it's gonna be 2 purple and 1 black setback, because it's gonna be a little bit difficult to do because it's kind of flying a little bit.
Okay, cool.
But go ahead, the dice pool set. Give me your cool roll and your skill check.
Please treat me well. Okay, I'm doing it. Okay, I'm doing it.
Go for it. Roll it. Hit it the button.
I did it.
3 successes and a threat. So your threat is that you were worried about doing this, because what happened is as you were getting the glass, it hit the rim of the glass and started to fall, and you did that bounce. You know how when you try to hit, so you missed the first time, but as it was getting lower, you run in and it goes boom, 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 and it kind of falls into your glass.
Well, nice job. And I'll just swirl it and take a sip.
Oh.
And slide it back to Jaxica.
And there's 2 they're like the holes were searing, but right now it's actually cooled because of the liquid that was at the bottom of your. And she's just like, impressive.
I mean, obviously not as impressive as their shots, but that's pretty good too. And I wink.
You won again this time, then.
But again,
I'm still stewing on the fact that his bounty is so low.
Well, I should say that the Imperial bounty is you did piss, and she looks at Van. You did piss off the Huts recently.
Who hasn't?
And I believe
they're the easiest to piss off.
they were
We're
expecting.
never in a good mood.
Who hasn't pissed off the Huts?
Thank you.
But you
Yeah.
drank their Gungan spit.
I mean, who hasn't?
Yeah.
and you stole the Gungan spit.
Yeah.
How else were we going to drink it?
Thank you.
Yeah.
That was for a
Hello.
special occasion. So, unfortunately, the
Our
Imperial
occasion was
bounty-
quite special as well.
That was very true. But the hut has also put a bounty on you.
That's fair.
Because oh yes, Ben, for you too. Yes, there is a bounty on you. Maybe only a few thousand credits. And as she kind of goes to her ear for a second, and you hear like an astromech talk. You can kind of overhear just and she's like, "But you see, I'm not the only ones. The 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 hut is not pleased with you, and it appears that they know that you're here. So the group that I was telling you about should be arriving momentarily to take you in, or that's probably
Fantastic, because I was getting bored with this conversation.
Well,
Ah,
I am boring.
77.
This conversation is boring. I am offended there, Riff.
You
Sir.
did not even attempt to challenge Vin or anybody at the shot. You were not one to truly go after a mark. I thought you'd be more passionate about your job.
Ah,
And as she kind of sits she's like, in due time. In due time.
There are 4 alternative exits upon which we may use when the hut arrives.
But you should know that the hut has already put snipers on those, except for the main entrance. So I wish you luck trying to get out those doors. August the Hut
maybe
is
you can
not
get
happy.
out and play sabotage for us.
Sabotage? Since I'm so boring?
I mean, listen, Jaxica, yeah?
Yes,
I'm just doing my best to make you more interesting, huh?
It would also help increase our bounties, if that's what you care about, if we live longer.
Oh, that's
In
very
some
true.
cultures, boring is not a denigrating word. In some cultures, it's good to be boring.
That is very true. I like you are very mechanical. And she kind of runs her finger down part of your, mechanical chest, and then just
I slap
It's
her
like-
hands. No touching without his permission, even though he's Mr. 77.
my mistake, my apologies.
Ah, apologize to them.
I did. Omega, my apologies. May I touch?
Oh, yes.
And she kind of runs the finger down the chest.
Thank you, Ziri.
Ah, no problem. I got your back just the same that you got mine.
Of course.
One last question.
Mm.
And she kind of, Docking Bay 47, right?
What about it?
That's your ship is there, right?
I will not confirm nor deny. Finish your sentence.
I just, as a new friend and offer of information, you might want to know that your ship is now being surrounded by the Imperials.
Mhm.
All right.
She
Go
lying?
away.
Like, homegirl,
Do I have a
like,
connection to the ship here, Jay? Like, can I
Yeah, like-
verify?
What's that?
you know how if you have a ring and you can be
Do
like,
I have any kind of
security.
connection to the ship? Can I verify?
No,
that
you
this
don't.
happened?
But
Okay.
Roy, the legend of Roy, your friend and droid,
Yes.
is in the area that you know around the ship.
Wasn't he
So,
supposed to show up with our contact?
Yeah, he was supposed to show up with their contact, but he was going to meet them at the ship and then bring him over to you.
They never showed up.
And they haven't shown up yet. No. And it's still like at 30 minutes or now from now, but
we have comms with Roy?
oh yeah, very much so.
Uh,
I will check the comms to see if Roy is okay. Roy, do you hear me?
This is the legend of Roy.
Legend,
I hear you.
where are you?
Currently observing Imperial troops around our docking bay.
Well, that solves it. We may want to leave, Captain, quickly.
Good luck. I will be waiting for you on the east corner.
But before we depart, Jaxica, I do have one more question for you.
Oh, please share.
I'll get the piece of artwork that Ben was showing everyone
Mhm.
and point it towards Jaxica's direction. If you were to put this on a ship or anywhere else in the planet, where would you put it?
Ooh, that's right. Well, my
Would you
bed
purchase this? Is this called art to you?
is, in the eyes of the many. I would say it's not personally my taste, but for someone else's, I would be all very much so. I could see it hanging in a hanger or like the room or the cafeteria or however area you eat. I wouldn't put it in the refresher, but a bedroom. I don't know.
Ven, you got your answer? Like the hangar, the cafeteria, your bedroom, and I just slide it over to him.
and then she just basically like quickly just stands up for a second. She's like, "Well, ladies and gentlemen, uh, thank you so much. It has been so wonderful." And she kind of looks back towards the main doors for a quick second, goes back and goes, good luck. I'm rooting for you, and I'm eager to see how high your bounty will get in the future. And by all means, keep the drinks. I'm intrigued to see how this goes.
It'll be real. It's gonna be really high. You're gonna want to bounty us so hard. It's gonna be the highest bounty you've ever seen.
I look forward to it. Your
Yeah.
reputation does not oh yes, and she kind of all of a sudden she gets stuck, like trying to say something, but she's for a quick second, Riff. She may have like for that quick second gone, oh wait a minute, this is Riff. You're kind of cute, and then it's like okay,
Oh,
it's like what?
so before she leaves, can I like dig my fingers into the cup that I slid her with the
Yep.
coin that was like shot through?
Mm-hmm.
Before she leaves, I lick my fingers and just like make sure the coin's clean and everything, and just be like, don't forget your memento, and I just flick it towards her.
Without even looking, she snatches it with two of her fingers.
And I'll just say, too bad it's not in a glass.
Another time. As she's
Happy
walking
Montrails.
away. As she's walking away towards the bar, and it appears she's going to sit down at the bar and have another drink.
Gresh, this looks like we've got snipers on every window and every door. We should try a 32 to get out of this one. What do you think?
32 sounds fantastic. Which one do you want me to start with?
I think we should call it 31 since he's missing a finger.
Oh, that's too soon. Too soon, Omega. Too soon. It was.
It is your fault.
Technically speaking, yes.
At least it will roll back.
So, who wants to start the fires in the lavatory first?
So we're doing a flaming womp rat. We're gonna do a flaming womp rat.
Wait, is that the flaming womp rat, or are we just doing the flaming monstricle?
We're gonna call.
I'm not quite sure which one
it is. Call on the rats, and we'll start the fire. Ready?
All right.
On 3.
That wasn't the 31, but Riff. No, Riff.
And I reach into a bag. I reach into a bag, and I throw a bunch of credits across the floor.
Ooh, in what direction? Because as you're looking,
just across. So I can't control this. Yeah. So like where we're seated.
Yep.
I throw it into the main area where the most amount of ne'er-do-wells might come feed.
Okay.
And Jay, as he does that, I grab the rest of the liquor that's on the table.
Yeah, boy.
I pick up the bottle and I want to toss it towards the stage. Okay. And shoot it in the air, hoping to cause it to burst into flame.
Well, the stage is over here, so it's going to be a little bit hard to see where you're from the stage.
I really don't. It's just towards the stage to try to shoot it in the air and cause sort of the
fireball
to fireball it.
Right. Okay. All right. With that being said, why don't we? So we've got multiple things that are going to be happening at this time. So who's doing? The credits go, which is going to get a big distraction. You're going to throw the bottle in the air pretty much right after that and shoot it to kind of explode. Then what are you going to be doing?
Kind of at the same time as he's throwing credits, because he's talking the flaming romp rat. We've done this before, so we know
Yeah.
what that is. Yeah.
Okay.
Also, to heighten the intrigue of people going crazy for credits, like Black fucking Friday. Oops, my bad. I'll also grab a couple of credits from my pocket and like jump over towards the credits and also like shower it around the area and also yell credits on the ground and just start pretending to hoard it
Okay.
just to sell the idea.
I like that. What's Ben doing during this flaming raw rap?
This is the classic we've always played before, and this is where we kick a random person out of a window to draw sniper fire.
Okay. And
Yay.
Random
That's
person.
the
It's like,
32.
That's
window.
just
That's
part
the
of the rap
32.
part.
That's
Yep.
the 32.
That's the 32.
All right.
So Grashka's, where is the closest person near a window?
So you are here. So the window, there's a biker or thug group, a biker swoop biker gang over here. I guess the closest window per se, there really isn't many windows here except for the front door. That's,
Oh no.
yeah.
I love it. We're at 32 and there's not a window.
Yeah.
I'm
So
just
the
gonna
people-
kick somebody out the closest door then.
Great.
Works for
I-
me.
Yeah, the closest like
Maybe the
entrance within
shutters
line
are
of sight,
down.
I'm just gonna go just kick somebody through it.
Okay. So there's, like I said, there's a door over here. There's the main door, but you know that. There's a door over in this area, kind of a door over here. Yeah, random person you're going to kick through because it's a very large cantina. So I mean, like I said, there's a good amount of space. But this is the main entrance here.
Yeah. Let's head towards since that's also kind of the closest given the size of this place.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna walk through the credits, kicking them to splash them a little bit more.
Perfect.
As I go towards whoever I look might be the easiest to like lift. I'm not trying to kick to cause harm. I'm trying to kick and push them through the door,
Okay. So
which might harm them, but that's not my foot. It's the door's fault.
You're a
Okay.
Kandoshan. That's how
All right.
it works.
so not a deception, not necessarily a charm, or negotiate. I'm curious on what skill do you want to portray this. I mean, it's not a skill, but the action. How I'm fairly certain this is going to get a lot of ruckus. You're throwing the credits down, you're yelling. It's going to create a lot of ruckus. People are that. But the shooting the bottle is definitely one that we're going to have to do a dice roll. The other ones were not so much, but we're going to, definitely have to do that one. So yes.
I was going to say, just for the distraction,
Mhm.
Ven just kind of, we size up the victim that's going to be thrown out of a nearby door. Ven walks over and says, "What do you think?"
Okay. So the big question is, are you going towards the front door and trying to kick someone out the front door or one of the side areas?
Where's the front door? The front door is just the closest one, right?
Yeah, the front door is the closest
Yeah.
one. Mhm.
Yep.
Okay. So that's going to be the interesting part. Let's do the shooting first. And then as you move towards, there's going to be someone right by the door that's going to be like, yeah, this is going to be the perfect target for it. But we're going to we'll figure that out in just 1 second. So Omega 77. The dice pool is set. It's going to be one purple, one red, because I upgraded because I'm an evil GM. And one black setback dice to be able to shoot this. So when you are ready, the dice pool set, go to your character sheet, go to the tab that says my brain just the one that says combat, and then go to your combat tab. As you open it up, you're going to see one of your blasters, and in between when it says your blasters damage, you're going to see a crit, a dice, and then an encumbrance,
in
and
between
then
that. Yep.
yep. Go ahead and click on that. OMG, everyone. That is 4 successes and 3 advantages. You did very, very successful. Advantages beyond me. So you just blasted this thing completely out. The fireball. What does it look like when you're just what you want to be able to do?
So as we're getting up, it's clear that when we decide on the flaming womp red and 31, we all know what we need to do. We all get up. Riff gets up as we're turning the corner and our two Trandoshan and Ven are finding their target. Ven holding up his art to this target. The captain throws the coins. Siri jumps on the table, throws her, coins, and throws them as well. And just as she's jumping up on the table, I pick up the bottle as I'm standing, throw it underneath her legs, upward towards the stage, and shoot it as she lands, exploding into fire. Hopefully on this table here, just to the left of the stage, a little bit down if I could, sort of there, so it doesn't get in the way of our exit there.
So because of if you moved over,
rains fire upon that table.
So yeah, you want this? I'm sorry, this table right here.
The one I can't. Can I ping? I don't know.
Yeah, you should be able to ping.
How can I do that?
Hold the
left click and hold.
There, where the purple one is.
Where the purple one is?
Table. Yeah.
Oh, that one right there. Okay.
Yeah.
So where the people are.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Where the people are.
So yeah, you blast it over. It rain showers down. It's kind of engulfing a little bit. Everyone in this area is just running for credits and just making a distraction for where all the credits are. Omega.
And while all this goes on, I throw a look over to Jessica, and I'm like, I mean,
and she kind of, and she's sipping on something. She kind of looks at you and goes, and she kind of smiles a little bit, going, "Not impressed, not impressed."
Yeah, but clearly we're the most
hard to get.
It's time to make our getaway.
Now, what we're going to do at this point is, because as Gersh and Ven, as you walk over and you pick your target, and as you're walking up to be able to do this, then you realize something. It looks very familiar. But you're pretty sure you and Riff shot him dead in the last, he and his brother. And as you look over, there's his brother. And you're pretty sure the duel that you had outside on Tatooine, at one of the last jobs you had as you were retrieving something, you had a showdown outside the safe house. And there were two brothers that were there, and you basically did a duel and you shot them down dead. But it looks like they're there, but the two brothers are standing there, but they look different. Like the older brothers are now there. And what we're going to do is we're going to roll initiative. And how we roll initiative, if you go to your combat tab.
Oh no.
And your combat tab, you're going to see the initiative tab. And in the initiative tab, it's going to say cool or vigilance. You choose which one you want. If you have a better vigilance, because you're cool and you've been planning this, try to go for vigilant or go for cool because you've been planning this. But it's up to you on what you want.
So yellow is what again?
Yellow is your skilled, and greens are your abilities. But the more yellow is better.
Okay. So I'm gonna do vigilance.
I'm gonna do cool.
So, and I'm gonna get the tracker ready. Can
I just do it now, Jay?
Yeah. So yeah, go ahead and click on and.
I did it.
All right, so we've got it.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh, nice.
Okay, I see some wings and two starbursts. Okay.
Yeah, so that's 2 successes and 4 advantage.
Ooh.
Which is really, really good. Shin, you got 2 successes and advantage, which is good. We got 1 Omega, you got 1 success and 3 advantage. Gersh, you got
also a triumph, yes.
And a triumph, yes. So as a triumph, you get a free maneuver, which we'll come back to that. Gersh, you got 3 successes and 2 advantage. And Riff, you got 3 successes with a triumph as well.
I mean, that surprise anybody or?
Well, I mean.
And again, in a metagame way, he looks over at Jessica and goes, I mean, like, even more, like, more?
And you're not sure, but she's she might be kind of looking at it going, all right, maybe, not really, no.
It's not nothing. It's nothing.
Kind of like, but um,
I probably wanted even more.
there's a possibility. You're not sure, but
I'm sure.
but as you see um, four large individuals, Ven and Kirsch, as you're walking up, you see the two individuals there, and behind them, there's two more. So there's two
Oh,
two male Twi'leks. One blue, one kind of flesh-colored Twi'lek. They're brothers, older. Behind them, there is a female Twi'lek, very large, strong, greenish Twi'lek. She is a brute. She is with a heavy rifle. She's definitely commands a strong presence. And then, standing way back, there seems to be a strange-looking protocol droid. And it's one of those protocol droids that have it's almost a Gand, so it's got the big eyes and kind of like starry eyes. And Hirsch, you're a bounty hunter, are you not? No, you're hired gun.
Hired gun.
You're hired gun. Um, Omega 77. You get the glimpse of this after you take the shot, and you kind of look as you're going to be looking over. Your circuits start to frizz a little bit. You recognize this bounty hunter. This is a well-known bounty hunter standing by the door. It goes by the designation of Forlom.
And I say that under my breath as my head drops. It's Forlom.
Because Forlom currently is working for Vorgos the Hutt. You've heard rumors that he's working for Vorgos the Hutt. And someone stole some stuff from Vorgos the Hutt.
Yes. Yes.
So, yeah. So that's where we're at. So how...
And I look at Jessica and I go...
and she's kind of going... She gets a little impressed. Kind of gets that little twinkle like, okay.
While I'm doing that, I'm looking at her while I'm drawing my weapon.
Yep. And that is where we're going to be getting into our initiative of the game. So how initiative works in this game is a little bit different from most people from D&D or that are used to D&D. So in this particular game, how it works is you have an NPC slot and you have a PC slot. There are 4 PCs, there are 4 NPCs. You work together as a team to figure out who wants those particular slots, who wants to take that slot. And each round, it can change. So the first person doesn't always have to be the first person. One of the examples is if you're a melee fighter, someone likes to get up close and you don't want to be the first one charging in, because if you're hitting someone and your comrades are at range shooting range weapons, there's a chance they're going to hit you. So you kind of want the range people to shoot. You get in and fight. The next round you hit, get removed and leave. So then you range. So you're not getting shot at. And you get to change each round. You get to change the order how you want. So how currently it's working. We have one extra PC slot that I'm looking at.
We can go an extra time. It's fine.
Yeah, I think it's cool.
I got 2 hands.
Are you sure?
In the spirit of May the 4th, come on, Jay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Come on.
Also, I got triumph, so I get a free maneuver. I don't know what that means.
Which we're going to get to in just a second. So I'm double checking because I seem to have 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I can't count. There's 5 of you. Duh. There you go. There's 5 people. Okay.
I think you mean 6.
Nice one. So,
it's
Oh,
Revenge
Jessica?
of the 5th.
well, Jessica,
Oh.
Jessica might.
Mm.
So as Rip and Omega 77, you have 2 you got an advantage, or excuse me, a triumph, which means you get a free maneuver. You get to do something free, like draw
Mhm.
your blaster, unless you have quick draw, or since your blaster's already out, you can move a little bit of distance to get up. It's up to you. What would you like to do that free? You can hide behind cover. You could
Yeah, I'm
aim.
gonna do like a little slide as I'm shooting. I'm gonna slide and kick over a table and get behind it.
Okay. Yep. So that's your free maneuver on that. And then Omega 77. As you walked up, you've got your blaster out already, but you can move, you could just, or you could aim, use a maneuver to aim to be able to get a better shot when it comes to your turn.
You're muted.
I'm going to check. Can you hear me now? How's that? Is
Yep.
that better?
There we go.
I'm going to take a note from the Han Solo playbook and just start firing at Forlom.
And Forlom's by the door. His other cronies are right in front of him. So, okay. So,
Amy and Forlon.
Amy and Forlom. All right. So, which brings us to initiative. And right now, currently, we have 4. Actually, let me take that. You're going to have. I got one more. Oh, yep. I got one more to put in. So, how it works is currently we have 2. The player slots are player slot, NPC slot, 2 player slots, NPC, and then your last player slot, then the rest of the NPC. So basically what that means is the first 2 slots are PC slots. Who would like to take the first 2 slots?
I think I already sort of.
Yeah, I was like, I think
started.
Rip.
I
Rip,
started. Yeah.
Rip. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Rip,
Riff.
as a free action, you pulled your table up. You can, if you want to shoot, and then
So I'm looking at Jessica after I was going, and then I just snap my head, fire as I run and slide to kick a table to get behind it,
okay.
tip the table over.
And you're going to shoot at Forlom, who's in the back in front of it.
Forlom, yeah, because he's the biggest name in the group. So I just have to prove my reputation is worthy.
Okay. It's gonna be a hard shot. For a few different
Oh, we got
reasons.
this.
Few different reasons. You've got a few people in front of you that potentially are cover. You've got it's only short range, but there's a lot of obstacles in front of you for this. So, and Forlom's got some adversarial stuff that that kind of makes it a bit more difficult to be able to do it.
Jay, can I
Maybe it's-
just sorry, Jay, can I make just a quick tweak?
Oh,
Because
please
we were
do.
standing by the door.
Yeah.
If my very large friend next to me picks up some people and then clears the space for Riff's shot, would that be kind of like take that spot first and
Oh,
Riff
yeah. Oh, very much. And it would
takes
decrease
the
the
second one?
difficulty.
Would that work?
Yes, it would.
Ooh, nice.
Plus, I'm
Huh.
using a light side.
Oh.
So here's the question. Do you want to wait for your person to open up the avenue a little bit?
Yes, I do.
Okay. All right. So that's going to be goes to Gersh. So
So
then,
yeah, Grushka is going to as they start to approach and sees that the front is just full of people, he's just going to start make way and just knock people out of the way. So whoever is the front 2 people coming down those stairs in the way,
and
he's
those
going to
are-
start clearing space.
And those 2 front people are the bounty hunters that were the brothers that Ben and everyone kind of saw. So, all right, it's going to be, okay. So it is going to be 2 difficulty, two purple, a setback, black setback dice. So yeah, you want to grab, you're going to use a brawl. So go to your combat tab, not skill tab, but actually,
Yep.
are you using your claws?
Claws. Yeah.
Okay.
Since I came around and I'm too far from the door to try to kick someone through the door,
Mhm.
I'm just going to make space to be able to get to kick somebody through the door.
Perfect.
Still on his head, but he needs to get there first. So yeah, clawing his way through.
And I'm going to add you're going to get a boost on this because you're the process of what you're doing. So yeah, go ahead. Give me those Trandoshan claws. success with 2 advantages. So
Ooh.
you did 5 points of damage to him. So he's you kind of went right through one of his armor. His armor took a majority of that, but it seems that you shredded his armor. But those 2 advantages you could potentially use to give Riff a boost on his shot because you've cleared enough of that way too.
Is it possible to use that and my maneuver to assist Riff as well to give him an extra blue die on the attack?
But as your maneuver to try to pin, sure, yeah.
Yeah, so I throw people out of the way, and then I hear Riff like doing the slide thing, ready to shoot.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna dodge out of the way and try to bump Forlorn forward, like
So remember,
hitting his friends.
the Forlorn is
and
way
then-
back here, so you could run up to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's way back in this section by the front door. Well, these are the individuals right here.
Then I'm gonna use their bodies like as the assist after doing the hit. I'm going to provide the assist
Okay.
by hitting them, knocking them down, and just clearing away, and then ducking down myself like a football player who's getting ready to charge their next target.
Okay, so you're going to drop down a little bit. You don't have
Yep.
enough advantages to knock them prone, but you did enough to be able to get them out of the way. And as you drop down, you're going to give Rift a decent shot.
There's no T.
Rift. Rift.
There is no T.
I don't know why I'm saying Rift. I riff. I thought maybe it's my accent. I don't know.
It's a great accent.
Well, at that point, so that was very successful. So Riff, you are
Yeah.
going to have 2 advantages on this. The setback goes down because of the out of being out of the way. You've got some advantages. It's still going to be 2 red dice on this, but the dice pool sets. Oh, wait a minute, you upgraded too. Allow me to
Yeah.
upgrade that. The dice pool is set, so give me a roll. Give me your weapon roll. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is 4 successes and 4 advantages,
Dang!
which means you just did 13 points of damage
Yeah.
Forlorn,
That's nasty.
which is a very decent shot.
I
And I
shot
did
down
it all without breaking eye contact with Jexica.
I'm going to say that you're going to have to spend at least one of those advantages for that. But
Okay.
you've got 3 additional advantages. Now, do you
do.
want to pass them or do you want to crit Forlorn?
And what would that involve? I mean, what would
By a
happen?
crit, what happens is I roll on a table of 1 to 100, and basically something you can have a minor to a major, which could be blow off his hand.
yes, let's crit.
To make him stunned.
No, we're critting.
All right, you're gonna spend it to
Crit it.
All right, so I'm gonna roll a D100, and
Yeah,
that
you
is
are.
gonna be a
Ooh.
54. And a
Yeah, it
54
is.
on the crit chart is here's some
is.
wound. He adds
Yeah.
a purple setback die or a purple difficulty dice to presence and willpower checks for the rest
Yeah.
of the encounter.
It does.
Ooh, hit it and crit it. Oh, damn.
Nice.
Build a name with Vanguard. There is no T.
There
Riff.
is no T.
Riff. Yeah. Okay. Like brain for whatever
Yeah,
reason.
Omega
I'm
says that out loud to the bar. He's literally making it very clear
Yeah.
who this person is.
Okay. At which point, one of the brothers, this now is an NPC, one of the brothers is going to go, you know what? He's upset. And he looks at you, Ven. You killed his brother. He is not happy. You killed his younger brother.
I'm Inigo Montoya.
Yes. And he pulls out.
He probably deserved it.
I can't say no. That's not. But Riff, he's going to shoot you. It's going to be pretty much almost point blank.
Shooting me?
Oh, I'm sorry, not Riff. Ben.
Ben.
Ben. He's going to shoot Ben.
Yeah, because I've slid behind a table.
You slid
on
behind the
ground.
table. But he's going to shoot you, and it's going to be 2 purple. Normally, it's going to be 1 purple, but because it's in it's point blank range, the difficulty is going to go up a little bit more. And let's see what happens when the older brother, actually, is going to try to stab you with a weapon. Yeah.
What? Oh no.
So what that happened is, let's try this again. He basically 2 successes and an advantage. So what that means is you took 6 points of damage.
Done.
Minus your soak. What's your soak?
Yep.
So yeah,
So 3.
3? Okay. So he basically comes in and tries to slice you with a blade. And this vibral kind of blade and just kind of slices into you a little bit. Not too much damage, but just that's a good, and you just get a little bit of a grin on his face.
Does he hit my artwork?
No, he does not hit your arm.
That could have been bad.
Yes.
Oh,
Who would like the next PC slot? We've got.
I would, please.
Okay. What would you like to do?
I would like to, because I was aiming at Forlom and the captain
Oh, that's
has
right.
just nailed him hard.
Mhm.
I'd like to try to nail him even more. Just add more blaster right to his face.
Okay. The
Now that
dice,
everybody's out of the way and all
Yeah.
that, so
it's perfect. It's going to be 2 red dice, 2 setback dice. It's all set and ready for you. The dice pool is set, so when you are ready, go ahead and hit. Okay. That's 3
Oh man.
failures, 3 advantage, and a despair,
Despair.
which is a critical failure.
Oh.
So so you try to shoot him and you missed him because for whatever
Protocol
reason
thing.
you missed him. But you have 3 advantages. What are those advantages?
what can I do with the advantage?
So you could pass a blue dice to the next person, and to help them whatever they're doing. But as you're coming up and shooting, you could also reduce some strain, but you don't have any strain at this moment. Although you could use all 3 of those advantages to make Forlom fall to the ground,
Um,
which means he would have to take a maneuver to stand up.
Oh no, I'm gonna pass him to
Okay.
Here he's going. I'm gonna pass him to
Yee
Siri.
yee.
Right. But as you kind of you blasted that bottle that kind of exploded over the thing, and then you swung over and you tried to shoot at Forlom, but because of how people are getting, you slip on the coins. One of the coins that kind of got spilled over, someone bumps into you as they're kind of scrambling for all this money, and they shove into
Excuse
you
you.
and knock your weapon out of your hand. And it
You
falls
better
to the
watch
ground.
yourself.
And you hear this as
Oh,
the
no.
barrel kind of cracked slightly.
Oh no.
Oh.
I do.
I have a magnetic weapon tether on this thing, right?
Yes.
So I can retrieve it that way. But
Yes, you can.
only
So
on my next maneuver, or
on
is
your
there any-
actually, we could say because you haven't used a maneuver yet, or you could after it falls down at the end, you just basically and it comes back to your hand.
Great.
So
That's what I'll do.
and then you notice that the power cell is slightly damaged, and then you go back and go, oh no,
Oh.
wait a minute, I rejiggered that because you're a jerry rigger. It doesn't affect. But it's
Advantages of being a gadgeteer.
gadgeteer. All right,
Well, that's tight.
that is very tight. All right, so then we have one more PC before we get to an NPC and a break. So who would like to
Siri,
take
you're
the-
up.
Yeah,
Siri's
yeah,
up.
Yep.
Siri, what would you like?
Ooh, let's line it up, baby. Okay. So I see all the kerfuffle happening. The dude that stabbed Ven,
Yes.
they still have their weapon on him and stuff,
Yep,
right?
he's got his hand weapon. Yep.
Cool,
blade.
cool. I want to look at him and get his attention. Just kind of be like, you don't really need that, do you? And then just give like a very seductive smile. I think you should drop it. And then to use my disarming smile action to lower their defenses.
Okay. I like that.
If that works here.
There's you just definitely are distracted him with the smile and give me
and
it's
my
gonna,
ass. Sorry.
it's gonna be
My bunda.
so you do up are you taking a strain and upgrading that as well? Or you
But
lower the defense?
I'm oh, but I have the advantages, right? Can I
Yeah,
like
Yep, you've
favor
got
the
advantages.
like
Mhm.
do I take a strain if I got the advantages from 77?
You still take a strain, yes, because these are
Sure, I'll
boosts.
take a strain.
Okay, so then I recall in one of your
77 starts
talents.
playing a little bit of romantic music.
Yes,
Ooh,
it's in the
yeah.
background.
Ooh.
I
And
believe
I'll move to the beat.
it upgrades, yeah, the charm. I'm trying to remember if does it upgrade or lower the difficulty? Does it upgrade your chances or your ability or does it lower the
It
difficulty?
just lowers the
Okay.
yeah. Lowers target's defenses and by ranks.
Okay, there you go. That's so I readjusted, added the boost. Let's see what you roll. Give me that charm.
Okay, how do I do that? Do I just like hit active or
So no, go to the skill. Go to your
Mhm.
skill tab, then find your
Yeah.
skill tab that says charm. Go all the way to the right, and that's
Oh,
where
I
the
go
dice
to
is.
the charm. Okay,
Yes.
I
So
got it.
the
I got it. Got
skill,
it. Got it.
red
Oh,
skill tab.
damn. Okay, got it. I'm doing it. I'm
Go for
doing
it.
it, Jay.
Dice is set. Go
Doing
for
it.
it.
I did it.
Okay. So
Oh.
2 failures. So you
Seems
fail
like they
to
do not
do
like
what
their own
you. He
kinds.
doesn't drop his weapon, but that's 6 advantages. So
Jesus.
basically, he is captivated by your eyes and is just standing there.
My eyes are up here.
Anyone that does anything to him will automatically be upgraded with a boost.
I set you up there.
You
Okay.
set him up.
Oh, that's what I
And
wanted.
you have a dish, and you could take one of those strains to remove the strain that you currently used.
I'll do that.
And you could use one more strain for the next person and boost the next person. Because you had so much strain.
Yeah, I'll boost Ven.
Okay. Sven is going to be the last one on the track.
Yep.
All right. With that, though, we're going to take a quick break. And we will be right back. See what happens, what Ven does. Stay tuned, everyone. Grab a drink, grab your relaxations. We'll be right back in about 5 to 10 minutes. Don't go away.
See you soon.
Welcome, everyone. We are back. We are in the middle of a combat because, combat. Welcome. May the 4th be with you. Here at the Emporium for the Wayward Gamer, I am Jay, your GM of fun, of entertainment. And we're about to get evil. And, but before we jump in, a few things, announcements real quick. We want to again thank our wonderful affiliates here at the Important for the Wayward Gamer, Smuggler's Coffee, and Talon and Claw. They are wonderful friends. Check them out when there's some stuff that should be running around in post. Also, these beautiful overlays were by our wonderful designer, Virginia McShanak. Change her name. So, did all these wonderful overlays. So please give her a like and thank her so much for all that. Take her. If you like what we're doing, hey, maybe support us, follow us. We'll be loving and great at. We want to put more content out there. But thank you so much for joining us and hope you are enjoying yourselves because we will get back into the action. So we just left off that we have now so we just is now an NPC slot because I think someone just took a shot and someone just charmed someone out dropping their guard. But someone else is going to be very annoyed. And yeah, she's kind of annoyed. And who should we shoot? She's going to pull her blaster rifle out and I'm like, she's got a big heart. She got a big carbine. And, Omega 77, you are looking pretty formidable. So I think she's going to take a shot at you.
How dare you?
No.
Yeah, I think,
Ruining my pristine
evil.
chassis. How dare you?
Yep. And that was 4 successes with an advantage. So that's
my God. Oh,
that's 13 points of damage minus your
No.
soak. So on your character sheet, you're going to see the soak, whatever that number is. I believe it's 4 or 5. 6. So 6 minus 13. So you took 7 wounds. Your wounds took 7 wounds. So that's a big chunk, a big hole just got put, just blaster into your chest. And she smiles a little bit of like, yep, she took that shot from it. Which brings us to the next PC slot. Then there's someone that's standing right next to you. This guard is looking at Siri, just kind of looking at it, wide open. You're standing right there, but there's another person next to you as well. And what do you want to do?
Look, I understand people don't always get art, but art critics that attack art need to be taken out immediately. Ren has got the art. He just drops the art, catches it under his arm, and as he catches it under arm, second pistol comes up, double shoots him point blank in the chest.
Love it. All right. So let me get the dice here. So it's going to be, since it's point blank, I love this. And I will have to add a setback dice for the underarm art hole. So, but
that's fine. You got this.
He suffers for his art.
He suffered, but you know what? I'm an evil GM, like I said. So that one of those purples are going to turn into a red challenge dice.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
On the upside, Siri gave me all the advantages.
Yes,
because
that is
her
good.
hotness is literally just like the sun.
I got 6 advantages.
The twin suns of Tatooine at this point in time just burning by me. Which
I'm
is
like, get it, boy.
So you got 3 advantages from that. So on top of another, you got 3 advantage on that. So yeah, the dice pool is set. So if you would like, give me that wonderful shot. Now you're doing 2 weapons. So you're doing so that one, you have to do 2 of, perfect. 1 success, 5 advantages, and a despair.
Let's go.
So you shot the guy point blank for 6 points of damage. Now it's pierce 2. So right there, it's gonna basically go through a good part of his armor. As I'm doing math right now. So yeah, he didn't take a lot of damage, but he did. But here's the catch. You've got 5 advantages. You can crit with that if you want, or you can do share an advantage boost next time.
It's critting time.
It's critting time. All right. Do you want to roll a D100, or do you want?
No, Jay. I trust you. You bring those dice rolls.
All right. That is a 36 on the crit table, which a 36 is stingier. He gets a purple difficulty dice on his next check. So whatever he's doing next,
Ooh.
it's going to be more difficult for him.
Sure.
Yes.
But
Going to be checking to see where his organs are.
here is what happens, though. As you come up and you blast him, and you've got the painting, you blast him, and he has that nice razor blade as he's kind of looking at Siri as you blast him.
Hello?
As the despair, he releases it from his hand, and it flies and goes right through the painting onto the artwork and onto the ground.
Everyone's a critic.
Still aren't.
Sliced a nice slice hole. It just kind of slid right in between the side as you're moving.
Yeah.
Now
And-
it's performance art.
With horror in Ben's eyes, it's got slits.
Thank you.
That's a callback.
That's a callback. That is a callback.
For those of you playing at home. Slit.
That is a Thank you
You
so
broke
much.
Jay.
All right.
Mhm, mhm.
Well, with that, we're now next to we're the last PC slot, which Orlom really hasn't done anything yet. And he didn't like getting shot.
He did.
No, he didn't.
Not into
I
that.
mean,
Think you did.
they didn't do anything about it, so I just thought,
But the Forlom is
It's
going
Green Long now.
So here's the
Soon to
interesting.
be Zero Long.
Oh, maybe not. Maybe not.
Well, look, the reality is he's got to survive for the next film.
So
Plot armor.
he is going to raise up this large blaster rifle and just clock everything in the area.
Oh my god.
Riff, you are the primary.
I'm behind the table.
Oh, you are behind the table. So
I'm
actually,
on the ground. I'm low behind the table.
then
Big
he's
metal
not shooting
table.
you. No, he's not
Big
shooting you at all.
blaster-proof table.
I'm. You know what? The Trandoshan looks looks like much. He's a better target. He's a better target.
He's a dangerous target.
He's a
Bring
dangerous
it.
target. Now,
He's so lovable.
would you like to
He's
use
so
a light
dangerous,
side to
he's
make
a
this
color
difficult?
mix.
Would you like to
If
spend
everybody's
a-
okay with it, let's make it difficult.
So if you go to your tab, spend light side,
Done.
I will upgrade the difficulty of your shot because right now it's only one red dice to shoot you with two setback dice. But that's all he has to shoot you at this short range. And here it goes. Oh, it's not too bad. It's 12 points of damage. And minus your soak.
Yep. So I soak 5 of that, so that takes me to 7.
7. So you took 7 points. It's suddenly this auto fire blaster just goes and just kind of shoots up everything at this time. He's got a boost or an advantage. He's going to use it because, well, and his maneuver, he takes this canister out, this grenade looking device or grenade that's in his hand, takes it out, and then just kind of goes calculations and because he's a nemesis in the game, nemesis gets a second action at the end of the round. So he completed his first round by shooting and pulling out a grenade. His next at the end is he's going to toss the grenade in the middle of everyone.
I'm going to cut
Thermal
you back.
detonator.
He's not even going to get towards you. You are behind cover, and it's going to be pretty much where Ben is. Where
Can you show me on the map where everybody is?
Yeah. Can you ping?
so
Is it right behind Vin and I?
right here. So
Perfect.
Orlom is here. He's going to toss it
Oh, no.
right there.
Jay, I have a question.
Yes.
You might say no, but I'm hoping you say yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really hoping you say yes.
Okay.
Can I charm the grenade away? No, I'm playing.
With the force.
With the force.
It's not how the Force works.
It
That's
is
a
in my
charm.
world.
Unfortunately, your beauty and charm that Suri has cannot affect that mechanical in
What
that
about
way.
my cool? No,
And you're cool, but you've already acted this round. So
darn.
that's part of that issue.
Can't
but
blame Miko for trying.
I by all means, this is exactly how the game is supposed to go. But
Negotiation.
here we go, because something else will happen depending on the role that's about that I need to set. And here we go.
No.
So
Oh, what is that?
that is a bad roll. Actually, you know what?
That's a beautiful roll. I don't
Actually,
understand the problem.
no,
That's advantage.
you know what? My mistake. I rolled the wrong one. So
I think it looks right.
nope, it's not. That's the right one. Okay.
Oh, that does not look right.
So as this grenade, and for some of you, this doesn't look like a thermal detonator, but it might look like a mini thermal detonator, but it looks like a very potent grenade. And as he flings it towards you, you hear as a blaster bolt flies across the room, pings it, knocks it off the wall and into another corner away from you. As Riff, you look over at Jexica, smiling as she shot the grenade. And
She took my move.
and it explodes right here.
Oh.
Oh, damn.
And guess what? That guy, it's fried.
Ooh.
Doubles right.
No.
On fire and exploded.
We're at the top of the round. Oh, let me phrase that. And the last thing that he does is he walks out. Just walks out.
Forlom?
Orlam walks out of the cantina and out the
You
front
crawl
door.
out?
No, he did not crawl out. He walks out, bouldering a little bit from the blaster fire that he had. But
I'd call him a coward, but that's just good calculation.
yes, good calculation. We're at the top of the round. We have 2 PC slots. Who would
You
like them?
keep walking. You keep walking, Forlom.
I'm
2
assuming
slots.
it's Rick.
Who would like the next PC? You have 3. You have got 2 more people right in front of you. One older brother who's pissed, and one very strong bounty hunter.
Can you mark them on the map so I can see?
Oh,
who
you know
they
what?
are?
Yes. Let me.
Yeah, I want to see where we are and where I am and where they
Yeah, there's
are.
a lot of people in here, so it's kind of.
All right. So
Lot
the
of
green and the red,
beautiful people in here.
and then
Oh.
Riff.
What?
The other yellow one is me, yeah?
Yep. All the yellow ones are you.
Okay.
I don't-
So the green, the sister,
Yep.
and Forlong, did it look they were after Riff, right?
They were after.
They're after Vin.
Vin and Riff
Okay.
because they stole
Yeah,
some
we had a little
Gungan
Gungan
spit.
spit issue.
Mhm.
All right. Would y'all mind if I went first to provide protection to Vin?
Cool.
So for my maneuver, I will take 1 point of strain
Okay.
to provide bodyguard protection to
Okay.
Vin. And
Got
then for my and then I will I'm covering him, but with that kind of cover, I will rear up with the claws as Forlorn is now walked out.
Mhm.
I will just spring up with the claws into her stomach as much as I can.
Okay. The dice pool is. Let me check. Dice pool is set. So let's see the roll. Ooh, yeah. Got.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Nice, dude. Nice.
So missed. You missed, and
Yeah.
kind of got out of the way a little bit. Kind
Still
of
good, still
blocked with
good.
the but you have an advantage that you can pass to the next one.
Oh yeah, I'm absolutely passing that on to the next person, whoever's going in that second slot.
All right. Who wants the next slot?
I don't.
Okay.
So whoever wants it next,
I'm right
go
on
for it.
top of him, right?
You're behind a bear, so you can hop up and shoot if you wanted to.
I want to, yeah. Yeah.
You
I'm gonna
get
pop
out
up
of
and shoot.
here, Captain.
All right.
I'm
Dice
gonna
are
pop up and
set.
shoot.
Let me know.
Just a second. I have to get to my character. I don't know where it went. There it is. Okay. Here we go.
You're done.
3 successes and 6 advantages. You are all
Damn.
killing the wow. Okay, so
But he
yeah.
gets another advantage, right? Because of Gresh.
That was
Passing it over?
already put in. So yep. Wow. He is hurting. Are you looking at Critton again?
Yeah.
Isn't that the theme of the night? Hit him and
Crit.
crit him.
Hit him and crit him.
There
Hit
we
him
go.
and crit him.
Let's go.
Hit him
Let's
and
go.
crit
Hit
him.
him, crit him.
Come on now.
Do it. Do it.
That is 103.
It's a buck three. It's a buck three.
So, what limb did you just shoot off?
Oh.
And this is a Twi'lek.
Yes, this is a Twi'lek, a large male Twi'lek.
I shoot off the Leku.
Oh,
Just let him bleed out.
That's
Oh.
just mean. That's just
he's
mean.
not dead, but he is definitely, you just blew off.
Well, he's
Yeah.
dying.
He's dying.
He's
Is this his
dying.
brother? Is this the one whose brother was killed?
Yes, yes.
Yep.
Look
We
on the
kind of
bright
cut up his arm
side.
last time. So,
Yeah.
you know.
Look on the bright side. You'll see your brother soon.
Yes. Can you say the word sick burn in that voice?
Sick burn.
All right.
Reflex 77.
Well, he's going to take his shot now.
With all that blood in his eyes?
Yeah, he's gonna.
All right.
He's got.
I mean,
he's,
all right.
he's got some disadvantages. Actually, yeah, he's. He's.
I mean, that can't tickle.
Oh no! It
It
does
shot
not.
half his head off.
Oh yeah, that's why
The
there's.
the back half of his head.
Yep, that's why there's a lot of.
I gave him a haircut. Let go my echo.
Oh.
Let it go. We should have said to him.
It wasn't that good.
Griff,
No.
he misses you.
Yeah, he does.
But you fell down because you were dodging out of the way of all the shots. You ended up driving down underneath, and it's going to take you a maneuver to get and stand if you need.
Well, I was already down. I popped up under it from behind the table. Two.
2 PC slots. Who'd like them? Who wants the next PC slot?
Take one.
Okay.
I'm going to make that brother join his brother
Okay. Are you shooting him?
as fast as I can.
Okay, there we go. Let me double check. It's going to be short range, advantage. Sure set. Let's see what you got.
Oh.
I would like to crit.
4 successes and 6 advantages. You can crit
Hit it,
twice.
Hit it and
I will
crit
quit
it.
twice.
That's plus 30 to your roll.
Damn. Hit it and crit it.
Ooh, it's only a
Ooh.
60 though, which is an agonizing wound. He has to add to anything he does. Oh wow, that hurts.
Yo, that sucks for them.
Oh yeah. Who would like the next PC slot?
Tell your brother we said goodbye.
He is hurting big time. Oh wait a minute. Let me take that back. It doesn't matter because he's dead.
Yeah.
He did die. I'm looking at the
He did
damage.
die.
He did die. Yeah, you blasted him.
died.
He died.
Yes.
We have done a good thing. We have brought two love people back together.
Oh,
Two
that
brothers have been reunited.
that was very beautiful. Oh my god.
I stand up and I look at Jackson and I start kind of doing a head count of the bad guys that are left. I'm like,
In the background, I'll start counting.
yeah.
She kind of gives you
Siri, you're up again.
There's only one left, right?
there's
Yep.
one left, and we've got two. So we've got two PCs left. So
Siri, you're up.
Yeah. Okay.
Is this like D&D where you can talk between rounds,
Oh,
or
yeah.
is that like a
It-
maneuver?
That's a good
so
question,
the
great
thing
question.
is, one
Thank you,
round
Ron.
lasts
Yeah.
1 minute.
Got it. Okay.
So yeah, you can talk amongst yourselves, and that's
Okay,
kind
so
of
it's
how
like
you
the
set
whole
up.
6 seconds a turn.
it's
And what
one
is the
minute.
last person remaining? What are they?
Who's the last one?
Yeah.
It's
Sure.
another Twi'lek, right?
Well, there's
Twi'lek?
one Twi'lek left. Yes, the female bounty hunter
Yeah.
Twi'lek.
Okay.
But
I
there's two PCs
suggest
left.
you leave, unless you would like to join the brothers.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Siri, you could charm. That would be a good charm if you'd like.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a great suggestion, and I'm gonna take it. Thanks, Ron.
What are you gonna say? So now that Omega is set giving you a boost on to prep this, what would you like to say?
Yeah, I'll look at the other two and be like, all right, brother. You can either continue the rest of your life here or die here. The choice is yours, but if I were you, I would definitely leave.
Are we negotiating or are we charming?
Oh no, one skill's higher than the other. Oh fuck. I mean, darn. I mean, yes, darn. I would charm.
Okay. The dice pool set.
Okay.
Give me your
okay,
charm.
okay.
Go to your skill check. You go
I'm
over to your
doing it.
charm.
I'm
Let's see
doing
what
it.
you got.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll it. I'm gonna roll it.
Go for it.
Ooh.
Oh,
One success and 6 advantages. To
that's a
accomplish
lot of advantages, though.
everyone's nailing the advantages. All you need is one success. So all you see her is she kind of stands there and she's kind of gripping that carbine. She's kind of looking at all 4 of you that are still, or 5 of you that are still there, and she's kind of like, and she kind of looks at you, Siri, and just like flips the blaster on her shoulder, and she's like,
Live to our
I
sister.
knew you were smart.
she turns around and walks out the door.
Ugh.
Now, the other thing that's happening right now is that there is a lot of other fighting going on. Like there is mayhem going
over the
on in the
coins.
cancer with all the coins and the fire. So there's a lot of other blasting going on, and it's starting to get really ruckus in here. What would you like to do? We are out
Question:
of,
Are there people trying to get out of the ruckus?
Yeah, like,
Yes.
or are they
Leaving out the
sticking around
front
for Black
door?
Friday?
Like,
Yes.
would they cover our exit for the snipers?
yes, they would.
Good. Then I'm gonna flip up a hood, and I'm gonna make a click whistle to the gang, like exit stage left even, and let's make for a goodbye.
Protocol, make haste.
All right.
I look at Jexicon and I go, wow, that one that we let it get away, they're gonna live to tell the tale. Our reputation's gonna get terrible, I'm sure.
And as you're walking, she just kind of gives you this, a little drink, and she's literally just sitting, and all this chaos is happening around her, and she's drinking, and she just kind of like steps for a second as someone like slams next to the bar, and she just kind of turns back and like,
Yeah, I also look at Jaxica and just be like, till next time, mon ami. And I just do like, mwah, mwah.
and she gives it back.
Oh.
You're welcome for the move.
And
I'll
as
also like grab one of my robes and just put it over Omega so no one notices him because he's quite distinct.
So as you are rushing out, a lot of other people are rushing out, and there's not, you seem like the main entrance is not sniper covered. It's like all the other exits that were mainly sniper covered. But as you kind of get out in this area and you can see on the map, your exits are going to be covered, so you can blend in with it, and you're going to
Wow.
be able to get over.
Yep.
You have a speeder, a land speeder over in the corner, like a half a block away that you parked. Because there's a distance that you had to get to.
Before I left, I
Legend.
flipped a coin to the bartender and said, "For the mess."
And the
When I
bartender's
leave,
just
I go,
he's
I
just
scream
looking at
like the
you,
party
like
crowd.
he's just kind of like.
Like,
Oh.
this is Wednesday.
Right.
Omega
It's
activates
Thursday.
the comms and says,
Legend, we are on our way.
Roy,
Excellent.
Grish.
the legend
Grish
of
will
Roy.
hop into the. Oh, go ahead, Vin.
So to Grish, show him the rip thing and say, look, I still have the receipt. Do you think it's covered by some sort of warranty? I can get my money back?
I'm sure that we can get your money back.
But the Twi'lek blood, I think, adds an element to it. And I've got the kind of thing that was cut off by Riff. I'm like,
It
I mean,
does
it definitely
add some
adds
rarity to it. It would make a good trophy for somebody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely, absolutely. It definitely adds a little bit of authenticity to it, especially,
It has been improved.
And it has the story that we can all sign for authenticity as well.
Still not going up in my ship.
As we hop into the land speeder, Gresh will pull out the whatever it is, the fire lance,
Okay.
and
Big blaster
take
rifle.
watch and start watching, like eyes on the roofs and watching for other people.
It's going to take you about 40 minutes to get back to your ship, and you're taking the side streets, and how there's no one following that you're going to be
40 minutes.
40 minutes to kind of get back. Yeah, it's you're on the other side of town.
That's a hustle. Oh
You're
my
kind of
God.
rush
Omega
hour.
will also, Omega will use an emergency repair pad.
Perfect. Okay. You get 3 points, your wounds back. And so as you're kind of going, when you had contacted Roy, the legend of Roy, he basically informs you that he is moving the information broker that he's meeting. He will catch up with you later. So get the ship, and he will meet you off planet.
Understood.
Now our ship is surrounded by Imperials. Yes.
It is. From the last you checked, it is. What is?
Question
Yes.
for you, Jay. Sorry, apologies. This is not our first time coming to Ord Mantell.
Oh no, by no means. Yeah, you've been here
Excellent.
multiple times. Yeah.
So is there a world where we find the best route, the most efficient route, like dodging specific like public
Yep.
pathways to avoid a lot of attention
Yep.
and just get straight to the ship?
Yep. Exactly.
Okay, cool.
Mhm.
Excellent. Thank you.
I am skilled in the piloting of planetary thing. Can I assist in that way?
Yeah, very much so. So yeah, as you're making your way, you're off the main roads, you're taking the side roads, you're stealthing it. You are successful. I'm not going to make you rolls or anything like that because of the timing, and you're able to get there a little bit quicker if you want to. And you're able to get to the hangar, and you get to a location further enough away that you can get an idea of looking
yeah.
at the hangar. And you find that
Okay.
good sweet spot of where
What
you
is
want to
the
be.
plan?
are we going to do the drunk Imperial Guards or
Blazing speeder.
Blazing speeder.
Blazing Speeder Riff?
Like both of those options.
I mean, Blazing Speeder is definitely a more
I take
enticing
out the other
approach.
bottle of Corellian whiskey, and I just start dousing the speeder.
Then I go underneath it and start putting it in my mouth. And then
Can I pull out the fire lens and start to take aim at a group of Imperial soldiers that the speeder is not currently pointed at?
So
How many? Can we see where the soldiers are?
on the map, you should be able to see where they are. I just
There's
changed.
two. There's just two.
Well,
There's
there's
four.
No, there's 6 total.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I
and
can't- I
which direction are you coming from? From the north, the south, the east, or the west? Where do you want to come from?
What's our entering points in? What's the easiest one? Because I can see there's a kind of a gate, Jay.
Well,
But is there any other way we can get through without having to go through the gate?
I mean,
Over the
you could
top.
try to go over the top. You could go from a building. There is multiple
Okay.
ways of. It's all up to your imagination.
Okay.
Jay, I'm
Hmm?
because I'm a gadgeteer and I'm very skilled in mechanics.
Yes.
As the captain is dousing this speeder in this flame, can I jerry rig it using the words on the sheet here
Mhm.
so that it explodes at a certain amount of time after it travels?
Yes. And I love this. I'm gonna need a mechanics check or skill check roll. I'm giving you 2 boost because of the liquid and taking your time to be able to do this. And it's gonna be an average check of 2 purple.
Okay.
Would you like to upgrade? Use the light side to upgrade to make sure that this roll is good?
I mean, my mechanics is pretty good as it is, but if the group feels like using one of the light sides is a good idea,
Yeah, I mean, we're trying to get to our ship and get out of here. So
I feel
let's
like it's a great idea.
go
Yeah,
for
I
broke.
appreciate
Then
your
let's do it.
diplomacy, Ron.
of course. Yeah, you know, hey,
So
we're a group here.
the dice is set. So this is you getting it ready to however you want it to do. So give me that roll. Mechanics roll. 1 success. Yes, you got it. It's gonna explode when you want it to explode, if that's what you want.
Jay,
What
I
do you
have
want?
a thought.
Okay.
Because while Riff was like going, yeah, whiskey, like I'm gonna blow this shit up. Oh darn, sorry. Um, and I Seti purposely went underneath, like cupped some of the whiskey in her mouth. Think of her kind of like a hamster, like hoarding some of that like liquid in her mouth. Um, when those troopers get close, I want to spit that same liquid at them so that if we were to
Okay.
turn and burn, they would feel it.
Okay. So what is the plan? What is this?
Well, flaming speeder is basically we bail out of it, and it goes plowing either into them or causes a distraction as it explodes.
Okay.
Yes.
We sort of put a brick on the gas pedal.
Okay. Now, where do you want it to go? So, looking at the map, you've got 2 at the front entrance, and there's some that are walking around. So the question is, if you're looks like probably you're coming from the south.
Okay, so where's the ones that would allow us to distract them and then head inside?
So these 2 right here at the front entrance, these 2
I can't
are
see because the character people are blocking the character heads that are up.
So Todd, to
The
the
whole
east.
map is what I'm saying.
Yeah, on the east is where the 2 guards guarding the gate are. So if you send your speeder
There
into
we
one of
go.
the buildings
Now I
there,
can see it. I
you're
can
good.
see it.
Yep.
Okay.
So
I think we want to send this. I would like to send
Correct.
the speeder so that it sort of sweeps them away from the gate, so that we can get there and get inside.
Yeah, it's a good call. I like that.
Basically a
Omega's
car bomb is what we're doing.
yeah, basically.
Yes.
Omega's plan is then to, once that goes off, to run into the ship and get to one of the gunner seats to try to start
Nice.
shooting as we take off.
okay.
What?
And Gresh will take up the rear, firing with the lance and making sure everybody else gets in safely before
Okay.
he goes in himself.
Yeah, and Seri is going to just pull people into the ship and make sure everyone's all Gucci before we close hatch.
Finn's going to spend most of his time trying to get the artwork onto the ship without Rift stopping him.
It's Riv, and he'll stop.
Rift. I've got the wanted
Cliff.
poster.
You're
Rift.
clearly not talking to me.
So the important question was, when you left, did you leave the landing gear down, or did you secure it because you wanted your ship to be secured?
Well, I have that remote.
Yeah, it's kind of like a garage where you turn it.
Because
turn
Omega
a garage.
77 jury rigged the landing gear to be able to give you that remote.
You understand.
The captain requested it in our last mission.
Yes. So you're gonna
have to get up and go.
So as you're getting into the entrance, you can hit that remote and it starts to drop down.
Yep.
And it
Well,
makes a click click.
Yep.
All right. So the question is, where do you want to ram the speeder in? What part of the are you looking at, like on this side right here?
Well, I would like to have it like explode and then just keep barreling towards the guys, so that it's just this chaos machine
Yeah.
that they're leaping out of the way of. and
I would like to
hindering
sort
our
of line
entrance.
it up so that they have to leap out of the way, and as
Bowling
they do, it
pins.
explode. Right.
Okay. So like right in the okay, got
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
I drew a line for you.
Thank you. I didn't know
what
how to
we're
draw a
doing.
line, but
Perfect.
that's what I was trying to do.
Yep.
All right. So with that being said, I'm gonna need a mechanics check on, or not a mechanics check. Sorry, a piloting planetary.
That'd be me, right?
So but it's a group effort.
Oh, great.
So I'm upgrading it, giving you boosts. It's gonna be you've done this before, so it's not too difficult. So it's going to be an average check, but I did upgrade the difficulty because something like bad might. But because you've done this before, I'm going to be. I wasn't done yet. The words were not out of my
clear.
mouth.
All right, then.
Riff.
Clear.
Riff. The dice are now set because I downgraded and took away the setback because of.
All right, here we go.
Now go for it. There you go. 4 successes and an advantage. So as you are moving this,
Oh,
you
bless you.
line it up just perfectly. They kind of see you like and it's aiming for one of the guys. You jump out right before, and it comes in and explodes.
Ooh, ×2.
There is one guy, stormtrooper, kind of onto the side, which, Gresh, you already said that you were aiming
primed.
at him, and you're primed for him.
Yep.
So give me. I'm gonna double check these real quick.
With the mechanics, with the double advantage, does that give me a blue die to assist?
Yep, I've added that. So I'll add that in there.
With Sari spitting out the whiskey, does it add some flammable damage as well?
You're not there yet, so that's
Okay,
not
cool,
that
cool, cool.
because you
just wanted to point it out there.
that could potentially come into play in a moment. As you jump
fine.
out, one guy is just kind of standing he's kind of standing by the entrance. The one guy at the entrance bails out. The other one's kind of moves out, and he's pretty available, so you can get a shot in when you want to.
Right.
Dice pool is set. Oh yeah.
So five successes and 1 advantage off of that.
Yeah, you just completely took him. Yeah, he's toast. You just and falls down. So you all have you all like jumped out here, and you have a clear shot to run into the hangar, walk down the stairs, and as you're getting towards the door, you hit this click, and the landing gear is starting to go. And as you're running, unfortunately, there is some as you're running in, you see that there's another squad inside the hangar. And
do we recognize them at all?
No,
Awesome squad.
There's a squad of stormtroopers, but you do see an ISB agent over in the corner in one of the other areas as you're running in.
We have a complication.
So right here and right is the IBSB agent. Oh, and there's a stormtrooper in very, very dark armor carrying a blaster.
Oh man.
And there's 2 stormtroopers over here as you're running in. So the question becomes, we're going to kind of be out of combat in a way, but are you going to all just run in? Well, some of you going to try to blast it on your way in, or everyone gets pretty much in action?
We've done this. We've done this before. We've been in these bits before, and normally get in, get out, rather than pick a fight. Because I've got this very valuable artwork at this point in time, and it's crucial. Crucial.
I mean, it's standard. You're running. The question is, are you going to run full board to get in, or are you going to take time to shoot someone as you're running in?
I'm going full board. Like I'm gonna run
right
and then just like help people come in as much as possible.
Because if we can get on the ship, we can close that thing, and then we have all kind of guns to use.
Yeah,
that's true.
That's exactly what Omega is.
So I'm gonna head right towards the pilot seat.
Okay.
As long as nobody as long as nobody stumbles or has issues, Gresh is just staying behind everybody If somebody else pauses, he'll stop, but otherwise straight in.
Yeah, Sri is just like in the front of the door, just kind of like helping usher people inside safely and making sure like Grish is in her sights to make sure he's stuck too.
All right. So with that being said, there's going to be a shot that's going to come your way, um, because one of you is going to get shot at. Because
What about
stormtroopers.
no?
It's
Just like no?
stormtroopers, and
I like that plan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like the no.
you like the no, huh?
Yeah.
Well,
I
Can we
think it
spend a
works.
light side to make it
Negative.
more difficult for them?
yes,
Yeah,
yes, you can. Yes, you
Oh,
can. Yeah. I'm gonna make it more difficult, and you're weaving in and out of things.
what?
Um, so as all of you are running, Siri, as one of them gets close, one's gonna get close to you. You could do that spit thing too. So you kind of spit
Yeah.
in their face as one of them is going to get close to you after some of the fire kind of gets going.
Yeah, I'll do a reptile like spit for sure.
All right. So we're going with
Mortal Kombat? Hey.
Mortal
hey,
Kombat.
hey, hey,
So
hey.
with the Grish, as you're going to get shot at, as you're kind of getting the back, and that is going to be a miss. And then Mr. Oh, Omega. Omega, you're going to get shot at as you're
No.
running in.
So shiny.
You took 9 points of damage minus your soak.
Oh
As this goes
no.
as you kind of got up and you got blasted a little bit as you're climbing in.
I'll return the favor shortly.
Yes, you will. And that is all the people I rolled to see who as you're running in, they're blasting back and forth. Rift.
There's no tea.
Rift. As you run in, you jump in the seat and you're flicking everything up and you're getting it. Omega, are you taking the top or the bottom gunning position?
Which do I think I can fire at first? Like which one? Probably the top, right?
The
Like
top
the top
one.
is going to be
So
able
the
to.
top one, you won't be able to see anyone because it's on the
Right.
ground. The ground level,
To the bottom.
there's the people on the bottom. Yes.
All right, then I'll take the ground one.
Okay. Then what are you doing as you're running up as blasters are starting to go and missing as you're running up? Where are you gonna jump in?
I think I can shoot the. I'll get to the top guns.
Yep, you take the top gun.
That stage.
Okay.
Yep.
Grish.
Knowing that both of our both guns are already took,
Hmm.
am I able to fire as the ramp is closing? And
Sure.
start firing through the gap?
Yeah, why not? Yeah, dice pool set. Let's give. Who are you shooting at? I should say, one of the stormtroopers or the ISB agent.
The ISB agent, the most powerful, like the strongest, highest point value type person to Gresh.
Okay. I gotta upgrade it one more.
Oh, sorry.
That's fine. You hit him. All right, so 8 points of damage.
Ooh,
So you
hey.
in the crossfire of things that are going, he took some damage. He didn't go down, but you definitely he took a little bit of that blaster fire as he's kind of hiding behind some stuff and things of that nature. So as you get
Well-
on board, the ramp kind of comes up. Omega 7.
I'm also going to target the ISB agent.
With the big gunnery thing as you're starting to fly up. Okay.
And I tilt the ship so that you have point blank range.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
This one's for the art.
So Omega 77, go to your skills chart. Go down to the gunnery. So after the remainder of the skills, you're going to get into combat skills. And it's going to say, it'll have brawl, melee, gunnery, range light, range heavy. So go to and you're going to want to go across on the skills tab and to the gunnery. Because you're using a
I've
gunnery
been
weapon.
waiting for it to works.
The dice pool is set. Please.
Ooh.
So 3 successes and a threat. So as Riff is
Yeah.
lifting up and you get the gun down and you shoot, you are blasting away, and there is 2 black armored stormtroopers, troopers, with the ISB
Oh,
guys,
damn.
and you just blasted that entire section. Cargoes goes all over the way. There's a fuel tank that just kind of explodes slightly.
Love
And
to
as-
make an exit.
As the ship's starting to lift off, then suddenly, as it's starting to lift off and you're in the gunning seat, just as you're getting in the gunning seat and you're getting everything in, you put the headsets on, you see a dark figure land on top of the ship with a black cloak glittering
Oh.
and this red
No.
light
Come
with the
through.
roundish.
God, I mean, all I'm thinking.
What the heck?
The
Riff.
only thing, yes, I'm thinking.
Mommy
like,
can't last in hyperspeed. Like, what the F?
God, how wanted was me be that they sent out the Dark Lord of the Sith.
No. It is a curved.
Jackson.
It is a curved hilt. It is an
Oh, it's an Inquisitor.
Is it
Inquisitor,
an
yeah.
Inquisitor
We don't have a
or a
Jedi
Sith?
among us.
It's those like
No.
mother.
But if you recall, you pissed one off because you did shoot one of their ships down in one of the other adventures, trying
Okay,
to
well
break
then
someone
I'm
up.
gonna barrel roll and dump this MFR off my ship.
Do a barrel roll.
roll.
Yeah.
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 Do a barrel
He
roll.
thinks he's all badass, like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go, oh yeah?
Jay, to be clear, I'm not going to use the comm to scream at Riff.
Then, what would you like to do as you see this figure kind of halfway between the cockpit and the gunnery spot of this, as it seems?
He's outside the ship, right?
Yeah, he's
turning the
outside.
guns
Yeah,
is going to be
he's
point.
on
point.
the exterior of the ship,
Yeah.
standing on the exterior ship, looking badass, and you've got the guns. You're
Yeah.
controlling the guns.
Yeah, my problem is that Riff have been very clear not to shoot the ship again. So I'm like, oh.
Does Riff shoot?
No
Or
one.
should be, does
no
Ben
one.
shoot? Does Ben shoot?
No, Ben does not shoot. He's like, "Rah."
Okay. At this point, Riff, you're going to be doing the dog as you're getting up. You're going to.
Oh, wait.
I'm
Jay,
like, buckle up, babies. Because
Well,
we're
yeah,
gonna
as he
barrel
said
roll.
buckle up, I'm basically gonna grab the comms and be like, your captain has said to buckle up. Please make sure that your seat is in the right position and that you are able to click. Once you hear the click, you are fastened. Get ready to get crazy. And then I will put the
Oh, you
hang
have
up the
a lot of
comms and just
options for interstellar travel, and I'm very grateful you
thank you
chose
for
air
flying
rule.
with us. Much appreciated.
All right. So,
Script is script. Our protocol engaged.
I love it.
because this is so crazy and you get a boost.
Woo.
It's going to be, you are trying to, as you're flying out of the hangar and out into the sun's in altitude, and trying to do these barrels, it's going to be a little difficult. So there's some step back on this. And you're trying to get her off your ship, drop her from her ship, right?
No.
Uh,
And if you're gonna fight Sith, you gotta go light side.
yes, you do. And I will upgrade
Actually-
that for you.
Actually,
Do it.
twice.
Ooh.
Oh no.
One per
There's a
turn.
no.
Oh.
Yeah,
well,
you
give
can
me it
only,
back.
you can get it back. All right. This is gonna be a difficult hard because there's something that might happen here. But the
Oh,
dice pool
no.
is set. I need
What am I rolling?
you're
Piloting
piloting
space or
piloting
space or
space.
planeteering?
Space.
Space. Okay.
Piloting
All right, come
space.
on.
But we're leaving the planet. Oh, space, right?
Yep, because you're in a ship.
Yeah.
You're in the
Yeah,
ship.
yeah.
All right, come on, Todd.
Surely my high pitched screaming is
rolled.
you know.
Oh,
rolled.
what is
That is a
that?
failure, an advantage, and a
And
despair.
Yeah.
Oh
Okay.
The
no!
riff, as you're
Yeah.
doing this barrel roll, suddenly you hear this as the lightsaber, reddish crimson light, sinks into the hull of your ship.
No, not my shit.
And as you're
No.
It's going to be
spinning, you
difficult
just
to repair.
see Ben, you just see this figure standing on it as it's flipping, holding on, just as it's being barrel rolled, and just as it comes back up, stands back up, holding
Oh,
the
That's,
lightsaber.
hell
that's
no.
impressive.
I knew I should have gone with a brother rift.
Hey, Ben, Ben, shoot the ship.
Captain, do you think that is my smartest choice right now?
Yeah, I don't want
Um,
this bug on my windshield anymore.
Yeah. As directed by the bandit himself. Click, and then just hold the buttons down.
All right, so are you going to use a light side for this?
Yeah, you are.
Apparently, according to our flight attendant, I am.
All right, I'm adding a boost because of the boost that happened to be able to get the shot,
Yeah.
and the fact that Riff gave you permission to shoot the ship. I'm giving you an extra boost because, you know, go ahead and
Sure.
hit that light side. Light side. It's going to be three. Oh,
Sorry, do you hit light side J or
What was my one advantage? What do I get to do with that?
Come on,
you're
Chris.
passing a boost
Come on.
to Ven.
Yes, I am.
Okay, ready?
Come on.
Ready. This is gonna go well. I'm not looking.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah.
Oh!
What is that? What is that?
Oh, crazy town.
I'm not looking as I press this.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the first time this has
Oh my
ever
God.
happened. The dice is 2 successes, 4 advantages, and 3 despairs. Not just 1, but 3 despairs. I was against this roll was against 3 red dice. All the dice just rolled a despair. So you shot her. You shot her with a gunnery weapon
Twice.
twice. With 4 advantages, you could pretty much use 3 of them to make her prone or kick her off the ship.
Oh, come on.
What I would love to be able to do is exactly the same thing as we did in a bar with Omega 77. I want to punt this Inquisitor off for Omega to take that proper shot.
Nice.
You're up, Omega. And then I just watch the gun continue to track as it fires
So
through probably the ship at
as
this
you're,
point. in
as you're
time.
moving, then you shoot and riff the chill of explosions you see as he shot the ship and did hull
told
damage
you.
as like multiple,
you.
like these 4 guns. There's like
I
4
told you.
holes as it's like a boom, boom,
Ouch.
boom. And she jumps out of the way, but as she's jumping out of the way from the first few shots, she spins the lightsaber to a duel,
Oh,
and the
hell
blast is
no.
getting she's getting blasted, and she's basically deflecting it off, so she's not taking the blunt of it, but flies off the ship. Unfortunately, as she flies off the ship, if you look over your cockpit as she's flying over, and suddenly the glass, like right in front above you, just gets blasted. The cockpit area gets blasted by a shot as Ben
Oh.
is constantly following her.
Yeah. In my best Sean Connery voice, I go, son, they got us.
When I said shoot the ship, I didn't mean finish the ship.
Yeah, I grab the comms and be like, "Hey, Ben!"
It's rocking the
Alright, yeah.
ship, and you're just as you move up. Unfortunately,
Oh, la,
she's
la.
out of sight of Omega to be able to blast her.
You
I
should have
cannot
been
see
more
it.
specific. We're giving orders. You never make a proper captain.
Oh yes, Omega.
Just I can't target her. So
Unfortunately, no, because I'm using one of the despairs that he's
course.
not able to get
Of course.
targeted.
That's fine. I'll still target the ISB agent that's down there. 'cause
I'm not going to
gonna
make
take
you
it.
roll. You just shoot all the other stormtroopers and everything in that area, and just And as you are lifting off and getting out, what do you want to do? You're getting out of this atmosphere. You're getting into the atmosphere and getting into space.
Yeah.
There's a hole in the ship. Is that bad? Over.
Well, you know what? We'll lick our wounds once we hobble over to the side of the road. But in the meantime, I'm about to punch it. We're out of here.
And as
Then I just want to point out that you did to the ship what you did to Dresh.
At least he's consistent.
And he has the heart.
I'll grab the comms and be like, you heard the captain, get ready for light speed, hold on tight, and make sure you keep your knees straight and your neck straight to make sure we all good.
and
Here we go. And then I'll just
you set
hang
the
it up.
astrogation. Is there any place you're going to go?
We got to go to a repair station.
Okay. And as you put the
More steel.
astrogation thing, you punch it, you hit the sticks up, and then the beautiful light. And the last camera scene is your ship flying into space.
Oh.
Captain, I'm pretty sure that our bounty has been raised.
And then later on, as you're flying away, you just see Jessica walk onto her ship. It's a very nice patrol ship. And as she's walking past her bedroom, there's a giant creature the size of larger than a rancor's skeletal mouth that's been turned into a bed as she's walking past that. And you know she killed that creature and took its skull and turned it into a bed as she's walking past her bedroom into the front of the cockpit. And she sits down and flicks up, and the green and a greenish red or green and black astromech kind of comes up, the one that Gersh saw at the bar, and she's like, "Oh yes, no worry, they drank it, so enjoyed the whiskey. I look forward to it again." That is where we're going to end this wonderful May the 4th one shot. Thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you for indulging us to share our love of Star Wars here at the Emporium for the Wayward Gamer. I am Jay, also known Neofet3, but I'm going to come back to this. Please, players, thank you so much for playing. Thank you for being here.
This.
Thanks for running it.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Jay.
I am so glad that we were able to do this and joining us. Please, let's go around who you are, where can we find you, and we're going to start with you, Joshua, and we're going to go backwards counterclockwise. So
Yay. Yeah, so here on Twitch, I am Gen2 Penguin. You can find me there every Friday, typically playing Phasmophobia, Demonologist, or some other scary, spooky games. It's my jam. And otherwise, you can follow me over on Twitter. I'm JRalTech over on Twitter. And if I ever do anything else, you can follow me over there. Yeah, good times. That's what I do. And then I've been on AI rants and fun things like tech things. So if you're a techie, feel free to geek out with me. I love it.
awesome. Thank you so much, Joshua. And later this year, Joshua and I and the Emporium for the Warrior Gamer will be cooperating to put a charity stream together later this August. So stay tuned for our socials on that. So we're looking forward to doing some stuff with that. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Ron, thank you, sir, for being here. I am so glad you were able to finally play.
Yeah.
I know it's been
We've
a little
been trying
while.
for a while.
Yeah.
I'm glad I could too. Thank you, everyone. I'm Ron Ogden. I'm here on Twitch as the real Rogden. This weekend, I tried to put a link in there and I can't. I should have known that. I have a fundraising for the Lupus Foundation of America. I'll be painting this giant Leviathan from Final Fantasy.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, hell
And
yeah.
if we reach the $1,000 goal, because I've already reached my first $500 goal, if we reach the $1,000 goal, I will be sending one of these, not painted, completely printed, but no paint on it, to one lucky giveaway winner.
That's
So
sweet.
check me out this weekend at The Real Rogden here on Twitch. We'll be doing some crowd control and mini painting live to raise funds for lupus.
Thank you, Ron, so much. And yes, check him out. Check this weekend, and the link has been put in. So check all that area out. Again, thank you so much, Ron. It was great to have you finally here.
I can't wait to do it again because this was a lot of fun.
Awesome. I'm looking forward to it. Sir, Mr. Stashwick, the man.
Me?
How are you, sir?
Living the dream. I'm good. People want to catch up on my shenanigans. I'm Todd Stashwick on Twitter, T Stashwick on Instagram. You could watch me give the what fur to a bunch of old Starfleet officers on Picard season 3 on Paramount Plus, or you could watch me fight a time traveling cult on 12 Monkeys on Hulu. And you can check out my nerdy merch on thenerdcircus.com.
Yes.
Oh my god.
If we were smart enough, nerdcircus.com, right?
Nerdcircus.com.
Nerd. I always forget the Nerd Circus.
And
Or
it's
the
like putting
part.
a T on the end of Rift.
Yes. Uh-huh. Thank you, Todd. Thank you again so
Thank
much
you.
for joining this again.
Always a
Our
pleasure.
second year. It is
Woo!
awesome. And you are
Yeah.
always welcome. And looking forward to
Thanks.
doing this again. I appreciate you, man. I really do. So,
Good times.
Prince, thank you, man. How are you, sir?
I'm wide awake now because it's the middle of my day. I'm wildly excited. Thank you for all these amazing human beings to destroy one of your wonderful games and literally get to the point of throwing puns and, you know, basically shenanigans in your face, Jay. So thank you so much for doing this. It's been an absolute pleasure. You can't really find me on the internet. However, in 2 weeks' time, there is the Australian version of Jasper's Game Day being run, a whole week of it. I may be turning up and causing problems. So if anybody is interested in destroying my life or my characters' lives, my characters and me coming together as one, feel free to just drop in. It is for the amazing cause that is Jasper's Game Day. And I think in Australia, we're the ones running it this time. So turn up, cause problems. I look forward to a certain Rift's book and you know, super special.
What you're talking about?
Yeah. Apparently he does this book thing, and there are drinks in here, and some of them are non-alcoholic, so won't be paying attention to those. But
so
Jay,
jealous.
Thank you so much. This has been absolutely
sold out on the
so much
site,
fun.
and they have been for a while. I want one so bad.
You can get it at traderbrandon.com right now, but it won't be signed by me. But if you want the book, go to traderbrandon.com, and he's got copies.
What that man said.
Yeah. Thank you, Chris, again. And I'm hoping, I haven't checked my bids yet, but I'm hoping I will be joining you in the Australian Jasper's Game Day. So we'll see what happens if I'm able to play in that game or not. Again, Mental Health Month, so please check out them as well. Last but never least, Gabriel, thank you so much for joining. It has been so awesome to have you. It's been it is a long time finally coming to have you at one of my tables in this game. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, man. Like, yo, Jay, as a first time like Star Wars like tabletop RPG player, like, oh my goodness, you've been so amazing. Thank you for guiding me. Like, much hearts to you. I had such a blast. If you want to like check me out, yeah, I'm April Illajay. I am a senior game producer for gameplay trailers. Make a lot of those, so I'm working in the video game industry. But if you want to see me a little bit more, check out my Instagram at FunSizeAvril. I do cocktails. I do a lot of like video game stuff. That's me. That's just my life. But also, before I sign off, happy Asian Pacific Islander Heritage Month. Just want to say, hey, thank you so much. Hey, AAPI, let's go. Get that representation. And thank you, Jay, for having me at your table. Much appreciated. And you're so freaking amazing. Highly recommend you. Oh my goodness. Let's play again.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm just very, very happy that all of you can be here. I'm Jay, also known as Neofet3 on the socials. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me here at the Emporium for the Wayward Gamer. Starting next Wednesday, we are season 3 of Legends of the Natural Ones will be beginning, which is our Pathfinder, now our new Pathfinder 2E campaign. And we've got a lot of good shenanigans happening with that game. You don't want to miss that. Our Star Wars Luck of the Draw, which is our actual play Star Wars game, Sunday later this month, we'll be continuing with our series then. So check us out. If you like what we're doing and you want to support us, please do. We've got a Pathfinder 2 pirate game coming up. We've got possibly some Fallout. We've got some Aliens. We want to play some other games, but like I said, we're just a small channel that just likes to have fun, and we want to kind of have people. So support is important. If you feel the need and can, please, we appreciate you all the time. I will be in Chicago this weekend on Sunday making my stage debut at Outer World Theater. I am running a game live on stage in Chicago this weekend at 4:30 p.m. Sunday for a Star Wars celebration that the Outer World Theater is doing. So I'm very excited.
Through Rob Southgate?
Yes, he isn't. Yes, he is wonderful. He was able to connect us up, and we were able to collaborate. And I'm going to run a 2-hour game, hour and a half game of this, similar to this, live on stage. Nice. So check them out. Come see me in person. But yes, I'm looking forward to it. It's new adventures. So check us out here. Again, we appreciate everyone and any of your time. We appreciate you. And like I said, everyone, welcome to the Emporium. We are just wayward gamers coming here. And I like to sign off by saying, hey, please be kind and don't be a jerk. And that is how we sign off. We're going to go raid one of our friends at Menu Terrain Domain. So please check them out. Have some fun with them. They're having an awesome game there. And we will say one last thing is thank you again. Have a good night. Bye.
Playing some kids on bikes.
Fourth be with you.
And May the 4th.
And also with you.
Good night, everyone.
Thanks,
Bye,
all.
everybody.
Thanks, everybody.